Welcome to the DC booth, National Historic Fish Hatchery, and welcome to our replica of car number 3 from US Bureau of Fisheries. This is a replica of car number 3, you would see it if you were to walk into it in the 1880s. The car and cars like it, there were 10 cars total, were used by the US Bureau of Fisheries to transport fish around the United States. It was recognized in the early 1870s a need to be able to transport fish further away from the hatcheries than they were, and the rails made that a way to do that. Through lots of experimentation, this is really what they ended up with. So what we have is a series of storage containers. The fish would have been put into, originally, milk jugs. That's what they had available. And it would, as the science progressed, they moved to fear-no pails, which were much more efficient as far as storage. There's absolutely nothing efficient about this, the size of this container, but it worked, and that's what they had. The crew on this train is a crew of 5. You have a captain, you have 3 messengers, and you have a cook. The messengers and the cook, this would be their quarters as well, so you have the fish storage in here and their sleeping quarters and storage above. Transportation by the 1880s was quite successful. They were able to transport fish across the United States, east coast to west coast, and have about 1% losses. They were also actually able to leave with roe from the east coast and arrive on the west coast with fingerling fish. About a 10-day trip with 1% losses. So very successful as it progressed. The railcar era in total ran from the 1870s to the 1940s. Today we have tanker trucks, which make up most of the delivery system. As we progress through here, you'll see the ice storage. The key to keeping the fish alive really was 2 things: cold water and air, aeration. We'll talk a little bit more about the aeration in a bit. So as we progress to the end of the car, you have the captain's office. The captain is the captain of this car. He is not the captain of the rail line. He's working in conjunction with a commuter line that US Bureau of Fisheries is connecting to. From here, he has his office. He's going to telegraph from stations the schedule of the train, and when the customers who are expecting fish, where they will meet, and when they will meet. Really effective way of transporting. The schedule's very difficult to manipulate. Again, they're connected to a commuter line and at their mercy, but it worked very well. The captain also has his sleeping quarters above here. He's the only one with private space. So let's progress back down through. If you can imagine, above these containers, you would have a manifold system. There is a steam-powered air pump that would generate air and deliver air to the containers for aeration. As we pass through here, you'll see the lavatory. No bath, no shower. The crew would be on here for 10 days at a time typically, and working in 8-month rotations. So I would imagine they found plenty of rivers and streams to bathe in now. The boiler used for heat, and again used for the all-important aeration of the fish containers. And then we'll proceed into the kitchen. Again, we had a crew of 5. We had a captain. We had 3 messengers. The messengers caring for the fish, and the cook is our 5th crew member. He really needs to be on call at all hours. The messengers, they may be, like I said, they're delivering fish to a terminal, and the people are picking up their fish. But if there is no terminal, the messengers may be going out at all hours delivering fish to nearby rivers and streams. When they come back, they need to eat because they may be going right back out again. So the cook is really on call 24 hours a day. I mentioned this is a replica. We did leave the end original, and this is in memoriam of that train that we bought for this replica. So I want to thank you for joining us on our tour. and at the DC Booth Fish Hatchery, and we hope to see you in Spearfish.